Hello and welcome to Soso Kids Channel. It's me. Are you ready for a super duper special magical bedtime story? Well, if you are, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up and snuggle into your blankets because tonight we are gonna set sail on an incredible adventure across an ocean full of wonder, excitement, and lots of dreams. Every single night, just before I drift off to sleep, I take my little boat and I sail away over a big wide ocean. The ocean is made of shining silver stars that twinkle and shimmer as I pass by. And the journey that we go on is absolutely magical. We visit all sorts of amazing places and meet all sorts of wonderful friends. And I get to learn all sorts of valuable lessons. Isn't that exciting? Now, I know what you're thinking. Where can you possibly go and what kind of incredible friends can you possibly meet on a dream journey across a starry sea? Well, let me tell you. We once encountered a humpback whale that was so delighted to see us that he burst into song. His beautiful voice echoed across the waves, and it was like nothing I had ever heard before. He sang about his adventures, his family, and his dreams for the future. And do you know what? His song was so contagious that I couldn't help but join in. We sang together for what felt like hours, and by the end, my voice was hoarse but my heart was full. That's how amazing the singing whale was. Then there was a time we stumbled upon a jellyfish, and not just any jellyfish, mind you, but one that was covered with glowing constellations. It twirled and posed with each wave, creating a mesmerizing display of cosmic beauty. But the most amazing part was that this wasn't just a simple decoration. Each constellation on the jellyfish was actually a story waiting to be told. As I approached, the jellyfish began to glow brighter and brighter until it was clear as day. It shared tales of ancient heroes, mythical creatures, and far-off lands. It spoke of bravery, kindness, and the importance of following your dreams. With each passing moment, I felt myself growing a little bit braver, a little bit wiser, a little bit more hopeful. And when the jellyfish finally faded away, leaving me in the darkness of the dream ocean, I knew that its stories would stay with me forever. Oh, and let's not forget about the curious mermaid who lived in the coral castle at the bottom of the sea. She had scales that shimmered like emeralds and a tail that flowed like liquid moonlight. But despite her beauty, she was terribly afraid of the dark. You see, every night when the sun would set and the stars would come out, she would hide in her castle, too scared to venture out into the inky blackness. One day, I asked her why she was so afraid, and she told me that she had lost something very precious to her in the dark, something that she couldn't live without. Without hesitation, I offered to help her find whatever it was that she had lost. And together we set off into the darkening sky. It was scary at first, but I held her hand and we faced the darkness together. And guess what we found? Not only did we find whatever it was she had lost, but we discovered that the darkness wasn't as scary as she had imagined. In fact, it was filled with wonder and magic. The stars twinkled above us. The bioluminescent plankton danced around us, and the coral reefs shimmered in the moonlight. By the time we returned to her castle, her fear had vanished, replaced by a newfound confidence and a thirst for adventure. From that day on, she joined me on my nightly voyages across the dream ocean, and together we explored all the wonders that lay within the darkness. Now, you might be wondering what else we got up to on our magical journeys across the dream ocean. Well, let me tell you, we saw so much more. We raced with dolphins under the moonlight, swam with playful otters in hidden coves, and watched in awe as bioluminescent plankton painted the water with their sparkling light. We explored sunken cities filled with treasures beyond my wildest dreams, and discovered secret caves adorned with stalactites that glittered like diamonds. The dream ocean was a realm where anything was possible, where imagination knew no bounds, and I couldn't get enough. One night, however, our journey took a sudden and unexpected turn. The wind, which had been our constant companion, suddenly shifted, creating currents that threatened to pull our boat off course. The sky, which had been a canvas of twinkling stars, became overcast and stormy, and the gentle waves that we had sailed upon turned into towering breakers that crashed against our little vessel. I remember feeling a surge of fear mixed with excitement as I looked out at the raging sea. It was as if the very essence of the ocean itself was trying to test us, to see if we were worthy of its power and its might. In that moment, I knew that this was no ordinary storm. This was a challenge to face my fears, to push through the darkness and to emerge even stronger than before. I held on tight to the mast of the boat, bracing myself for whatever the ocean had in store for us. My heart pounded in my chest like a drum, and my breath quickened as I felt the wind whipping through my hair. I closed my eyes tight and whispered a silent prayer, asking for courage, strength, and guidance. And then, as if in response to my plea, something incredible happened. The storm seemed to quiet down a little. The waves became less turbulent, and the clouds parted just enough to reveal a sliver of moonlight peeking through. It was as if the ocean itself was giving us a sign to keep going, to hold fast and to trust in the journey. Taking a deep breath, I opened my eyes and looked out at the sea once more. The storm was still there, but now it felt different. It wasn't just a destructive force of nature. It was a powerful, majestic being that demanded respect, that tested our limits, but also offered us a chance to grow. I smiled, a sense of determination washing over me. I may not have been able to control the storm, but I could control how I reacted to it. I could choose to be afraid and give into the chaos, or I could choose to be brave and face it head on. And I knew in that moment that I would choose bravery. I stood tall, my feet planted firmly on the deck, and I steered our boat straight into the heart of the storm. I laughed as the wind and the waves tossed us about, feeling a sense of freedom and exhilaration that I had never known before. I was scared, yes, but I was also excited, thrilled even, to be able to experience something so powerful, so untamed, so wild. I thought of the singing whale, the storyteller jellyfish, and the mermaid princess, and I knew they would be proud of me. I didn't know where the storm would take us, but I knew that I wanted to go wherever it led, to face whatever lay ahead with a smile on my face and a song in my heart. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the storm was over. The clouds parted, the wind died down, and the waves calmed. The sun peeked out from behind the clouds, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange. A double rainbow arched over the horizon, and a gentle breeze whispered across the waves. The dream ocean was calm and serene once more. As I looked out at the breathtaking sight before me, I couldn't help but feel a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment, and most importantly, a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the storm that had challenged me, that had pushed me to my limits, that had helped me grow. For you see, in facing my fears and coming out stronger on the other side, I realized that the true magic of the dream ocean wasn't just in its beauty or its wonder. It was in the challenges, in the moments when I had to confront my fears and rise above them. It was in those moments that I truly learned and grew. I learned about myself, about my own strengths and resilience. I learned about the power of the human spirit to overcome even the darkest of storms. And I learned about the importance of embracing challenges, of welcoming them as opportunities to grow, to learn and to become the best version of myself. So whenever you find yourself facing a storm in your own life, whatever it may be, a difficult decision, a challenging situation, or a personal fear that you need to conquer, remember the magic of the dream ocean. Remember that challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to make you. They are the stepping stones on your journey towards growth, towards wisdom, and towards strength. Embrace the storm, face your fears, and come out stronger on the other side. Trust me, the view from the other side is absolutely breathtaking. And that, my friends, is a tale of how I faced my biggest fear, a fear of the storm, and emerged even stronger than before. What did you think of my incredible adventures across the dream ocean? Did you enjoy meeting the singing whale, the storyteller jellyfish, and the mermaid princess? And did you learn something valuable from my experience with the mighty storm? Share your thoughts, your feelings, and your dreams with me in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to share it with your friends, and to subscribe to Soso Kids Channel for more magical adventures every single night. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Until next time, sweet dreams and